right? And remember, we're using Evernote. Evernote. All righty. So the first thing we're going to do is open and sign into the Evernote account that you created. As I said again, that's www.evernote.com, right? That we're there. And on that, right, the first thing we're supposed to do is view the sample notebook, which I will do once we sign in. I'm going to copy and paste in our chat room the sample notebook, but it is still on our instruction sheet, the same link that is right there, that nice blue link when you open it. Alicia, I am talking. Let me type that in chat. You may have to unmute yourself. Sorry, I'm just answering her question. Everyone else can still hear me, correct? Okay, so I'm having, okay. So, okay, everyone else can still hear me. I just want to make sure. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at that sample notebook. And what that sample notebook is I'm not going to go over it too much because it's really just our FAQ that we have on the icon. And it's what I'm about to do right now. So I'm not going to go over this too much. If you want to, you can look at it at your own time. But it just shows you what a sample note in Evernote looks. But again, we're going to be doing the exact same thing. All right. So just in case if you needed to know, the sample notebook's there for you. So after we sign in and view the sample notebook, select the 3 topics from the list below. You'll be creating an Evernote notebook for at least 3 major topics from this list. So that means we're going to be creating 3 notebooks, and we got 3 topics. Well, let's sign into Evernote. Oops, I need to do my login. I know. I already have a login. If you were signing up, you sign up there for free. I'm going to do my login because I'm already logged in, and this is, again, just evernote.com. It's going to open me up here because I already have a sample notebook, but I'm going to press cancel. We have that sample notebook that we showed before to show you how Evernote kind of looked like. I'll go back to that. Go with me, right? That's the sample notebook, and that's the same thing that we have there. So let's see how we make those or create those. Now, this is Evernote. This elephant here, you can't click, but all the things on the side are something that we call our toolbar. We'll be going over each one individually. But if you hover over it and wait, it tells you exactly what it is. All right. Brandon, and for anybody who's doing questions, if it's a general question, please wait for the end because I'm going to try to get through this so everyone can just get the assignment up and running. So unless it's a direct question about something you're lost in, please save the questions for the end. All right. So if you hover over, it does tell you what these things are, right? So like new note, if I hover over this, new meeting note, I hover over search, things like that, right? So we can see that. We'll go through each one individually, but let's go back to our instructions and see what our instructions say, right? So we're back on our instructions. So we have to pick 3 topics from the list. And right now, only go over 1 topic, and let's do school to do because we're all in school and school to do seems great. So if I look here, I can pick school to do. Let's say I pick work to do, and I pick creative ideas I want to develop. Those are my 3 topics. Now that I have my 3 topics, what am I going to do? So 1 is we're going to create a public notebook for each of at least 3 topics as you selected from the list above. Give each notebook a clear and unique title. Okay, so now I know I have to create a notebook. So let's look here. So again, I can hover over, and I'm going to go to the one here. I have shortcuts, notes, notebooks, and tag. So I'm going to hit this one right here that says notebooks. And when I hit notebooks, right, I'm going to see it says this. Click this book plus the plus sign to create a notebook. I'm going to do that right here. It says, and I hover over it, it tells me to create a notebook. So let me create a notebook. It says I have to give each notebook, because again, I'll look back to my instructions, give each notebook a clear and unique title. All righty. This one is my digital literacy class, right? Because I'm creating one on school to do, just so no one gets confused, right? And then I hit create notebook. So again, I was in that notebook tab. I click this one to create a notebook, and I can give my notebook a title. So if I have creative ideas to develop, right? I'm just typing it in, hitting create notebook. Now, if I hit this notebook button, I can see all these notebooks that I created. Let's go with this digital literacy class to do. which again, I'm just a notebook, selecting my notebook, same notebook I created. When I get here, it tells me I can do things like click the plus sign to add a note. I see these shared documents. I see nothing here. So let's look what our instructions say we have to do before we move on, because I've done number one, right? I've created a notebook and I've given a notebook a clear and unique title. Now, number two, add at least 2 notes into each notebook. Give each note a clear title at the top for a note, right? So it says here, click to add a note. I know I need to click at least 2 notes. So if I look to the left when it tells me the plus sign, I'm going to look here. And if I hover over, it tells me new note. I'm going to click new note. Now this opens up. The toolbar to the side disappeared. This let me know that I'm now in a note. It even tells me to title your note. So this note, I'm actually going to put week 2 discussion, because remember, this is my digital literacy class, right? Now that's my title. I can click, once I click somewhere off, it gives me this toolbar that you're probably used to. Look, it shows you font, sizes, bold, italicized, numbered list. It has, we'll be going over these soon, but it has different things that you'll probably recognize in a word processor, right? And it tells me I can drag files here or just start typing. Well, let's see what this wants me to do. So if I look to number 3, it says my notes may consist of typed text, an uploaded digital image or photo, a voice memo, a link to a website, or any other content formatted and accepted by Evernote. I need to include at least 3 different types of notes. Okay, so I'm here. So I could just start typing. So let's see. I need to have 3 different types of notes. I can have typed text. Need to work on week 2 discussion, organization. Right? Here's a type. There is some typed text. It also tells me I could add in a link to a website. So let me look. Well, because I'm just going in our class, just to show you, I can add a link right to our class. And I'm just going back to Evernote. All I did was Control-C or right-click copy, whichever one you want to do, copy and paste. And I am now copy and pasting a link that's right there to the website, right? And if I click that link, it brings me over, tells me I'm leaving Evernote. I'm like, that's cool. I love to leave Evernote. And bam, it links me to where I need to go, right? So great. So I can do that. But let's say, I don't like this. You see how all that is and all that text? What about if I just wanted to put a hyperlink in? So remember this toolbar up top? I have this nice button, and if I hover over it, it tells me what it is. I can hit insert link. I can title my link to put class page, right? And then I can add the link, and I'm just copy and pasting that same link I had before. I'm pressing apply. And now, I hover over it, I can see that. I can hit the class page button. It'll do the same thing. And once it loads, bam, I have the class page. Well, that's great. That's exactly what I wanted. So I have a way to add in links. I can either copy and paste the link, right? Like I did right there, Control-C or right-click paste, right? Or I can insert link from the toolbar. Now it also says in my instructions that I can do an uploaded digital image or photo, a voice memo, right? Well, let's see. I'm talking about the instructions, so let me see. I'm actually going to upload the instruction file. So what I'm doing here, all I have to do is click down here. I'm going to this toolbar. Right next to insert link, there is attach a file. I'm clicking attach a file. Now I can attach a file from anywhere, but I'm going to attach files from, this is where I save my discussions. I want to attach my discussion files. Now here, when I open it up, it gives me now, look, I have the discussions PDF, right? The file that I have that I saved from there, I have it right in my Evernote note, right? And I've learned to attach a file. Now let's say I had a screenshot, which I'm going to screenshot real quick. The discussion. Did I get a good screenshot? I'm going to save it. Sure. Oh, I'm doing screenshotting one. Now I'm here in my notebook and I want a screenshot of it. Now I can do it. I'm going to choose files and I'm going to choose that screenshot and I'm just going to attach files, right? And it's going to upload that screenshot that I have there. Now if I do the same thing where I have a File Explorer open, I can also drag it and copy it right to there as well. So I can attach several files easily from either attaching a file here or dragging it, right, from my File Explorer right onto Evernote itself. So wow, I got pictures in here, I have documents in here, I have links in here. If I look, I know it told me to have 3 different types of notes, which type text, image, document is 3 different ones, like an image or a photo. It also says I can do a voice memo. Well, let's see how to attach voice memos. I'm just going to use voice recorder. I'm going to record something new. I am going to record something new, record something new, record something new. Woo, recording. Alrighty. Now, I have that recording that I just did. I have 2 ways. I can drag. Come on. I can drag and copy it just like I did, right? Uploading file. I have that recording, which I can always download and listen to. Or I can, like I did before, attach the file, right? Let me just put that in my downloads. Sure. So in my downloads, I'm here, choose my files. I would choose that recording, and I attached it. So I'll now attach a voice recording. So imagine, and you can use this on the app because you can cord directly into it, or on the web or anywhere, any song, beat that you make, anything that you shoot, even with an actor testing, anything that you have, you can upload directly to Evernote. Remember when I said it's cloud-based? You have it anywhere. You can pull it up on any phone. You can put it on any web. You can pull it up anywhere, right? So now I have this permanently linked in Evernote. The recording I have, the images, my documents, my links, it's all there, right? So that's pretty cool. So number 3, I have some typed text. I have an uploaded digital image or photo and a voice memo and a link to a website, right? Now, number 4, I need to add at least 1 tag to each note. Okay, so let's look what this tag thing is. When I'm clicking here, there's this nice one that says new tag, right? And if I hit this tag button, it opens the box where I can write. Now, because this is school, I'm going to put discussion, pressing enter. I'm also going to put class. I can also put digital literacy, right? I could put these things. Now, you may be wondering, and if I'm here, I just click this tag button again, what this tag in? Well, let's show. I'm going to hit this done button because I'm kind of done with this note for now. Hit done. As you see, I'm still in my notebook. I still have this week 2 discussion. But remember I said when you go over these, and this side, there's this thing called tags. If I look at this tag, it says I have 1 thing tagged for class, 1 thing tagged for discussion digital literacy. So if I hit that, it shows me what pops up with the tag for discussion. As you get more and more notes and things get more crazy, these tags, which I'm going here, will help you know like what you tag, what you can find easily. When you have 1 notebook, it's easy, but the more you have, the more tags can help you organize. If I go back to notebooks here, and I go to my digital class notebook, again, I can see even when I click it to the side, it's showing me my tags for discussion, class, and digital literacy. Now, it did tell me to create 2 notes, so I'm going to put a new note here just to show you how we do it again. I'm going to put week 2 assignment, right? I'm going to copy in, what do I have? I don't have to copy paste it. I'm going to copy and paste the class page here, just like I did before. I'm going to add a file, which for me is going to be the instructions that I'm going over. I'm going to attach it, and then I'm going to put some typed text. Learn how to use Evernote, right? And if I do that and I tag it with, let's see, class, digital literacy, right? Assignment, right? These are tags that I now have. I hit this done button. I now have 2 notes, right? And I can click on either one with 3 different types of media in between them, right? This one has pictures, and a notebook, right? That's off the topic. One of my notebooks are done. I just did it. I just did a notebook for the whole assignment, right? Let's check with our instructions just to make more sure. I created a public notebook. I created at least 2 notes. My notes have at least 3 different texts, and I added 1 tag. Let's see what else I have to do. I have to practice searching through your notes using the search feature. Well, tags are a way to search, right? I can find my tags. And the search function right here, that's what it does. I can search through my notes. I can search such words as assignment. and it shows me everything that's an assignment or class, anything that's tagged with class or has the word class in there, right? That makes it so easy. And I can also search through my tags as well. Same thing with class. That's easy. So I handled that number 5. So number 6, I just have to create a public link for each of my 3 or more notebooks, right? So let's try to do that because I've already created the notebook. Let's see if I can create a public link. Now, if I look at the FAQ at the end of the document, it goes through one way to sharing a notebook, how to create a public link. The way it does here, it shows us that there's this button on the side with a circle that says notebook info. If I click it, it brings up this notebook info. It brings up the title of the course. I can set as a default notebook. I can delete the notebook, or I can modify sharing. So I'm going to click this modified sharing button. And when I do that, it opens up these permission tab. And it says publish, create a public link to this notebook. Well, I'm going to hit this publish, right? And then it shows me a link. I can copy this link by hitting the copy button. I can right-click and copy link address. I can copy and paste whatever I want to do. I'm going to press done, and I'm going to press save. Now, what do I do with this link? Because I just created it. Let's look back at our instructions. Okay. Copy and paste these public links into a document. Cool. So let me open up a Word document. I'm going to open up a blank Word document. On a blank Word document, I got my name. I got my student number, 111333, right? I have my Evernote assignment. Okay, let me look. And I just copied and pasted that. Well, let's see. I actually don't want to look at here. So when I see that, it shows me there's 2 ways to view this notebook. I can join this notebook or view this notebook. I'm going to view. And it's not signing into my Evernote, but it has everything I have in class, right? Now let's look how is that different from just doing this? You may be, what's the difference? I can just go Control C, like copy and paste it. Okay. This is going to work because I'm signed in, but I'm going to use a different web browser. Now this is just me copy and pasting from what's on the top. Do you see how it's asking me for a sign in, right? And if I sign in, it's going to ask me for access and permission to access this because I haven't shared it to actually share this notebook. If you saw the one that I did here with the public link that I have, right? Let me copy and paste this link. And I'm going to copy and paste it to a new one. It's just going to ask me to view the notebook, right? So if I'm looking at your document and your document has a link that looks like this, right? This home action, blah, blah, blah. Jeremiah, Justin, and myself know immediately it's wrong and we can't view it. We know it immediately because we see it, right? Any link that looks like this is wrong. The link should look just like this. Evernote.com/pub for publish, / my username, / the name of my notebook. That is an easy visual cue for you to know whether you're doing it correct or not because it's there. And again, it shows you the same FAQ. That is notebook info, modified sharing. I can do it again. It's going to have there where it's no link. I'm going to publish that link. I'm going to copy that link, right? Press done and save. I'm going to put that link, copy and paste it, either right-click paste, right? Or Control V, whichever way you want to. Right, right there. That's the link. Sweet. That is one way to do it. That's one notebook done, right? Let's say I was using this notebook, Creative Ideas to Develop. I'm going to show you the second way to do it. This is how I share it. I can go here. I can go from the drop down from share to modified sharing. It's going to go that publish, right? It's the same thing that can go for notebook info. I can also use there. I can Control V and I have my same notebook. So you can either go from the notebook info here or just under the share button, modified sharing. And again, if I just click this add a new note, it's creative ideas of one about develop. If I go script ideas, right? Script ideas, St. Patty's Day adventure. Wow. Right? And I'm going to look up St. Patty's Day. Let's say I just have images of St. Patty's Day. Right? Download, let's set that there. Or all. Or maybe I need some information from the history.com. So I have history.com, which I can copy and paste or add the link button. history of St. Patty's Day, right? This is just me adding a hyperlink to let me know what it is. Either one. I can attach file, choose file. I'm in my downloads. I can attach my St. Patty's Day. Bam. I can add a tag to say St. Patty's Day. A tag that says script. Done, right? I added another vote. Music ideas, right? Sad songs. And let's say I'm attaching a file that is a beat to a sad song, right? I can attach it there. And then I was like, want it to sound like 90s R&B. Like, then I can hit a bullet list. I want horns, gospel sample. I am just making things up, right? And let's say I'm just going to add in here 90s R&B. And I'm going to look for a video. Best 90s R&B songs ever. Like, right? Sweet. I'm going to add that in here. Right? That's for my YouTube. That's for me. I tag it again with the tags. Music, R&B, sad songs. Done, right? I'm gonna hit that done button. Now I have a notebook with 2 notes. This has different stuff in it. I have shared it, right? Modified sharing. I'll delete that so you can see it again. Publish, copy, done. I copied and paste that here. I'll do it again. Bam. That's 2 of my notebooks done. You do it a 3rd time, you have 3 notebooks done, and that's all 3 notebooks you have to do in our assignment. As you can see, easy peasy. And all those tags I just created are right here in tags, and I can search from song, see if it comes up. I got music idea of anything in songs to Patty. I only have to use the full word, and it shows me everything that I use with St. Patty's Day, right? And I have those 2 notebooks there, and both of those notebooks are shared, right? So pretty easy. If I go back to my assignment, right, and I double check the way it looks, I create a public link. I put those public links into the document. Now, the last thing it says on this document also includes your written explanation, 1 to 3 paragraphs describing your thoughts on how you use digital tools such as Evernote to search, discover, collect, save, organize, retrieve, or share information, ideas, and digital content, right? So then I can just type in, I will use Evernote, etc., etc., etc. You do that, 1 to 3 paragraphs. You have done the assignment. We have done 1 through 7. Clap, give yourself a hand if you're following along. That's all you have to do. Pretty simple. So again, and when it tells you submission, right, it shows you links to your 3 or more required notebook. Evernote notebooks is required, which is what we did, right? 3 links. I did 2, but you just have to do 1 more for you, right? And your explanation that, written 1 to 3 paragraphs. We include our name and the student number in the document, like we did up top, right? Simple. We save our document and we compress it. So I'm going to save my document, right? Save it so everybody can see it. I'm going to save it. Jonathan. If I can type my name right, Evernote. Let me go back to downloads. I'm going to save that document, right? Because it tells us to save it, compress the file, and label it your last name, first name. Now I'm going to right click, send to, compress folder. All right. Exploring Evernote. Let's do Exploring Evernote. Bam. And there goes my compressed file, right? That's it. That's my assignment. I am done. Because I saved my document, I compressed it, and I saved it, and then I upload it to the LMS, right? And so that's pretty easy. We can look at the rubric, and the rubric, I'm telling you, if you did what I did, you have 100% because you have tags, you have notes, you have varying media. The FAQ here just tells you how to do exactly what I did. And the only thing we're missing, and I know you're going, what about that Evernote web clipper? I know I had to download it. Well, let's take a look, right? So I have this nice little elephant here because I've already had it. And this Evernote web clipper, what it does, because let's say I'm going back to my St. Patty's Day. Right? Let's see if it comes up. St. Patty's Day. And I wanted to go to that, let's see, didn't I do the, okay, the history.com, right? I have this thing, history.com, about St. Patty's Day. Now remember, I copied and pasted this, but let's say I'm here. I could just say this clip to Evernote. And when I open it up, it shows me different things. It shows me article, simplified article, full page, bookmark, or screenshot. What that means is it gives me different ways to save the article that I just found, right? Actually, let me go here because I like this better. History of St. Patty's Day, right? I'm telling it, give me a simplified article. Give me the whole article. That's my own personal thing. Give me the full page I was looking at, or just give me the bookmark to the article, or let me take a screenshot of whatever I'm looking at. And when I do that, all I'm telling it to do is take whatever I just asked it to do, right? Like simplified article, which takes away all of the ads and everything else that's in there. And I'm telling it, put it in my notebook. So let's put it in my creative ideas to develop. Let's put it in tags. So I just want the simplified article. I don't need anything else that history.com said in there. And I don't need any of these tags. The only tags I want is St. Patty's Day, right? It shows me there. And I'm going to save that, right? Or maybe I really like the screenshot of this, and I'm going to show you there. I'm going to say, take this screenshot for me, because I like what it shows here, right? And it's like, yeah, save it. And again, save it to my book, Creative Ideas to Develop, save it. I can annotate, I can do other things. So this clip to Evernote just shows me. So when I'm back in my notebooks and I'm back in my Creative Ideas to Develop, I have the screenshot I just took, or I have that whole article about St. Patrick's Day. Simple and easy. So I don't have to have Evernote open at all. I can just be on the web looking at whatever I want to look at, right? And I could say, oh, like this. And I always have that clip to Evernote to tell it what to do, save the whole article for me, put it in my save, press save. It's right there. So when I'm using Evernote on my own time, I don't always have to copy and paste and go back. I can just tell it what to do and it will send it right there, right? So that's the Evernote clip that we can use. It makes your life easier. But your assignment should look just like this. Your 3 links to your Evernote notebooks, and I'm just creating another link, and your 1 to 3 written paragraphs, right? That's it. You saved it. You compressed it, right? You saved it with your name. Then you compressed the file, and then you saved it last name, first name, and whatever the Exploring Evernote, or the assignment name. Yes, it's fine. That's it, and this is what you upload. Easy peasy. And I showed you multiple ways you can find information on the web and how to use the note. So with that, I am done. Now I open it up to your questions. And Brandon, I see that Justin already answered one of your questions. If you want me to expand upon it, let me know. But it seems like he answered it there for you in your chat. But yeah, it's pretty easy. So any other questions we have about Evernote, please let me know. But that's it. I showed you to do your whole assignment from start to finish.